main card with a bout in the bantamweight division. Jordan Ward versus Robbie Browne. You see our tail of the tape. It is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And you're not going to see a tail of the tape very much more similar than this. Both guys 5'6". Both guys have a 67-inch reach. These guys are very similar on paper.
Very serious look on the face of both Jordan Ward and Robbie Browne. Sporting touch of hands. Call of knuckle up from referee Harvey Hara, round number 1. Pink trunks for Robbie Browne, black trunks for Jordan Ward. Ward immediately circling on the outside. See the pivot step, holding center circle Robbie Browne. Very measured start from both fighters. Pivot movement from Ward. Straight to his bite wrist. Entry on the rear right uppercut from Browne. Right hand on the exit.
Browne looking very relaxed.
There's the duck under into the clinch. Right uppercut lands from Browne. Down to the body, overhand left. Ward off the jab, couldn't find it. Tight striking guard for Jordan Ward. Overhand right from Browne. See the fluidity and movement from Robbie Browne on the outside. Now to the inside, circling, staying fluid as well, Jordan Ward.
You can just tell the experience. We talked about that a little bit. You didn't know what it was going to look like for Browne, but he just looks very relaxed and composed.
Throwing big early stages, Ward staying elusive, off the jab. 45 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're at 135 pounds. There's a big right hand from Robbie Browne. Counter on the right hand, now big uppercuts from the half-tie plug. To the body goes Browne, to the body goes Ward. Back to it from referee Harvey Hara. Now continuing to mirror the movement, mirror the hips of Jordan Ward.
Browne's just not wasting any energy. He's doing the bare minimum, and that was a beautiful uppercut.
That landed through with the rear right hand from Robbie Browne. Shuffle step from Jordan Ward on the back pedal, resetting. Left hand, jab, and a right hand from Browne. Closing stages, round number 1. Off the 1-2, there's the counter 1-2 right back from Ward. That ends the opening round.
So I don't care what you say. When you turn around and you're in the corner and the guys just stand at the line staring at you, that's intimidating. You know, he didn't even need instructions or water. He's ready to fight.
Fast off of scratch to start round number 2 comes Robbie Browne, just as he did to start round number 1. Jordan Ward to the outside. There's the overhand right, partially landed, jab right back from Ward.
You can just see the difference. Somebody understands range, somebody understands distance, timing, and somebody, this is the first time they fought BKFC.
Over the neck, head chancery to a bit of a squeeze on the guillotine. That draws the separation from Hara. Both fighters showing good movement. But it's Browne trying to essentially pivot and move and mirror the hips of Ward from center circle, and as Ward trying to stay on the outside, he took that left hand from Robbie Browne. Step in jab, flash jab from Ward. Ward right back to the outside. And the lateral movement from Jordan Ward. 70 seconds remaining, round 2. There's a sequence in this fight where Browne actually has his back against the ropes. Movement from Robbie Browne, trying to cut the ring, Jordan Ward. Good explosion in from Browne, then the left hand. Push away from Jordan Ward on the separation. Level change, fast 1-2 from Ward. Ever so slightly here in round number 2, Chris. Jordan Ward turning up the temperature. Big shots now with the right hand. Body, head, body from Robbie Browne from the half-tie plum.
And you can just see he's been training bare knuckle style, bare knuckle rules more often than his opponent, and he's really utilizing that clinch.
Down on the right hand. Ward again resetting from the outside. Browne continuing to time that rear right step-in uppercut.
It's just the little things that Browne is doing so well. Getting just out of the way of the punch makes a complete difference. If you over-exaggerate, if you get far out of the way, you can't fire back. He's getting just out of the way where he can return fire.
Head movement in from Jordan Ward just before the bell that ends the second round. Round number 3 underway. Holding center circle to start the third round, Jordan Ward. Looking at the starts of rounds 1 and 2, Jordan Ward immediately took the outside. Now to the outside goes Jordan Ward.
See Ward looking to push off to get inside, but that uppercut is always there. Robbie Browne is waiting, ready to throw that uppercut.
Explosion in the clinch. Harvey Hara keeping this fight moving on the quick separation. An active clinch. Hook jab from Ward, not there. 1-2 from Robbie Browne. Two landed to the body. Long extended jab from Browne. Both fighters, though, Chris, very elusive in their movement, both showcasing some really good footwork, just different philosophies behind the movement and the footwork.
Really impressed with Browne's head.
Right hand on the turn. Rear right uppercut lands again. Another uppercut left hook to the body from Browne. Browne continuing to try to time that right uppercut to the head of Jordan Ward. Overhand right, left hand on the entry from Browne. Ward now resetting on the jab. Step in jab from Ward, not there. Good duck under from Browne. Browne again to the body. There's that right uppercut.
And that's another aspect that Browne's doing very good at, is throwing these body shots. Taking what he's being given. The hands are up like they should be for Ward, but the body's open.
Over the neck. Gets the restart. Getting late here in round number 3. Jordan Ward versus Robbie Browne. Two Englishmen, Ward from Birmingham, Browne from Hartlepool. We're in the bantamweight division. Double jab in the right hand to counter from Browne. Took Ward off his striking line. Overhand right again from Robbie Browne. To the body from Browne. Good turn again to the body goes Browne. Next stop, round 4. To round number 4 we go. Ward stepping in off the jab. Again, excellent head movement from Robbie Browne. Ward through the center circle. And on the outside, right hand, left hook from Jordan Ward. Circling out Robbie Browne. Slight smile on the face of Jordan Ward as Browne circled out. Now Browne back to the center circle where, Chris, he has spent a large portion of this fight. Coming forward, mirroring the hips of Ward from the center circle. Turn right back. For that entry, right hand on the uppercut, Browne. Strong sequence in, good turn from Robbie Browne. Exited on the right hand.
Browne's doing a good job. He's turning, but he's also throwing at the end of it. Doesn't do any good to turn the guy and just let him go. You have to make him pay.
Browne to the body. Good body head sequence again. More body shots in the clinch from Robbie Browne. Looking body head Robbie Browne, couldn't find it there. Ward doubling his jab. 50 seconds remaining round 4. Jab right back from Robbie Browne. There's the hook from Jordan Ward. Again, you see the educated head movement of Robbie Browne. Again, both fighters have moved exceedingly well in this fight. Both have been very elusive. I think the elusiveness, though, for Ward has been more with the movement from the outside, and with Browne, it's been more with the head movement from the inside.
And that lets it to where he can counter. If you're inside, you move just out of the way, you can always fire back. Outside, more difficult.
Ward from the outside. Took just off the mark from Browne. The idea most definitely there. Ward staying active. Lead left hand from the orthodox stance, shuffling his feet. There's the hook jab from Ward, didn't fully land. Browne now coming forward. Final seconds, round number 4. Good right hand from Ward as we move to the 5th final round. 5th and final round underway. Jordan Ward versus Robbie Browne.
And you can see, looks like Ward feels like a sense of urgency. He's got to do something different.
Bit of urgency to start the 5th and final round for Jordan Ward. As the right hand from Browne didn't fully get through. Now into the clinch. The fighters right back out. Right hand from Robbie Browne.
That was that counter from that head movement. Came right back with the right hand.
Step in jab from Ward. Defensive clinch from Browne on the level change. We're now trying to time the entry left hand. Browne sitting back on that right hand. It's not been the overhand right, but the rear right uppercut of Browne that's landed exceedingly well and effectively throughout this fight.
It almost seems like Browne feels like he's up and he's kind of trying to coast this one. He's not really throwing as much. When they're clinching, he's not throwing that right hand anymore.
Slight swelling under Jordan Ward's left eye. 55 seconds remaining in this fight. Now the switch of stances on the back pedal. There's that rear right uppercut.
And the left hand as well.
To the inside from the half-tie plum. More right uppercuts from Robbie Browne. Called knuckle up from Harvey Hara after the reset. 25 seconds remaining, fifth and final round of this bantamweight fight. Ward off the jab, bit of playfulness with the right hand, but he didn't throw it. Overhand right from Browne, just off the mark. Back under in the pivot turn from Ward. Ward again showing the right hand. Forward with the left hand, into the clinch. Browne staying long. Ward looking for one more entry point. He will not get it. That is the end of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside have scored the fight 50-46, 49-46, and 48-47 to the winner by unanimous decision, Robbie Browne.
In the lightweight division, Ryan McCarthy versus Alec Connelly. Our tale of the tape is presented by OnlyFans.
Another extremely strange situation. We have McCarthy is 1 inch shorter, however, has a 7-inch reach advantage. He wants to stay long. He has to make Connelly get close, and he has to make him pay for each time he tries to get close to land those hard shots.
Right, toe the line, lock it up.
Round number 1. Black and yellow trunks for the Welshman Ryan McCarthy. Black and white trunks for the Englishman Alec Connelly. Last entry jab from Connelly, heavy into the clinch. Almost defeated by McCarthy for a good throw deep in with the hip. Obviously not legal under this unified rule set of bare knuckle fighting. Separation from Chris Batcheldor and right back to it. On the outside, Alec Connelly. There's the left hook from McCarthy. Duck under from Connelly. Restart from Batcheldor. Big to the body, uppercuts to the head from Connelly. McCarthy on the left hook, left hook again from Ryan McCarthy.
I like Connelly throwing the body work early.
Alec Connelly cut under his left eye. Heavy to the body goes McCarthy. Off the jab goes Alec Connelly on the turn in the center circle. 1:05 remaining, round number 1. Overhand left from McCarthy. Connelly again, heavy pressure on the entry. Connelly dipping his head once more, heavy to the inside. Mr. Trapped by McCarthy of the lead left hand of Connelly. Uppercut lands from Alec Connelly.
McCarthy keeps getting very low. I'd like to see Connelly throw that uppercut.
Heavy separation from Chris Batcheldor. Alec Connelly, happily for everyone involved, kept his footing. Into the clinch along the ring ropes.
They are giving the referee quite a workout in this fight.
Good head movement on the outside from Alec Connelly. Connelly now into the mid-range and into the clinch. Connelly trying to grab the half-tie plum. Overhook from McCarthy in reply.
You can see Connelly really fighting to get out of that clinch. McCarthy having nothing to do with it. He's holding him in tight.
4 right hands on the inside from Alec Connelly. Connelly on the overhook. We are through the opening round.
See if either guy can figure out how to get out of that tie-up and just continue to throw punches.
Bell the start of round number 2. The fighters in the mid-range. Good feint step from Alec Connelly. Long jab from Ryan McCarthy. And then out goes McCarthy. There's the 2-1 from Connelly. That was clever. Duck under, more right hands, body, head on the inside from Alec Connelly. Overhook held by McCarthy, right hand on the turn. We'll see how that's ruled by Chris Batcheldor, ruled immediately as a slip. Tangling of the feet on the separation. Heavy overhook again from Ryan McCarthy. Over the neck draws the immediate separation from Batcheldor. 70 seconds remaining, round number 2 of this lightweight fight. Connelly on the jab. To the inside comes Alec Connelly. Left hand, that was legal. Still an active clinch. Clean punch, effective punch from Ryan McCarthy on the exit. Jab from Connelly now with 45 seconds remaining round 2. See the Connelly cut under his left eye. Significant amount of blood across his face. There's a good step in left hand from McCarthy on the jab.
McCarthy's showing some good head movement, making it very difficult to land any clean shots for Conor.
Stop holding, boys, yeah?
Chris Bachelor telling both fighters, stop holding. 15 seconds remaining round 2.
Well, we know he'll take a point if he wants to.
Fast jab again from McCarthy. McCarthy trying to time the hook, the bell. We are through 2 rounds. Still waiting to see that in combat sports, which I've been watching, I believe, since I was 5 or 6 years old, starting with boxing. I've yet to see the shoulder cut.
The shoulder could be huge.
Round number 3. McCarthy right back to the jab. Feed with the right hand.
That was a great feint.
Only now on the turn. Upper body movement from McCarthy. Good cutting off of the ring from Alec Connelly. McCarthy stepping into the inside. Left hook on the exit from McCarthy.
McCarthy has very fast hands.
Overhook held by McCarthy. Good referee from Chris Bachelor. There's been some difficult clinches to referee. Both fighters seemingly trying to time their entries. Coming in hard just like this. There have been some punches, not overly active. A lot of overhooks, a lot of underhooks. There was a good left hook to the head landed by McCarthy. 105 remaining round 3.
And the difference in this fight to me appears to be the speed of McCarthy and accuracy of his hands. Every time he's throwing these fast punches or even these feints, he's getting a reaction from Connelly.
Simultaneous jabs. There's the 2-1 from Connelly. Did not land. Left hook from McCarthy. That landed. 40 seconds remaining round 3. Overhand left from Connelly just off the mark. There's the jab right back from Ryan McCarthy. McCarthy momentarily switched stances, resetting in the orthodox stance. See that smear of blood continually across the face of Alec Connelly as he is cut under both eyes.
Connelly's doing a good job of getting into position. McCarthy lands 2 punches and moves out of the way.
Closing stages around 3. 10-second clock on cue. Good jab from Ryan McCarthy. Connelly almost waving McCarthy forward, lands the right hand, right to the body in the clinch. Next stop, round 4. Coming up to scratch as well, Alec Connelly. Welshman versus Englishman here in Coventry, England. Ryan McCarthy from Wales, Alec Connelly from England, round number 4.
Look at that fast, accurate jab from McCarthy. Fantastic.
Good body work from McCarthy, left hook. Connelly coming forward. Taller stance now for Alec Connelly off the jab. Jab again, there's the hook and reply from McCarthy. And right.
Big advantage in punches thrown and landed from McCarthy.
Fast jab, overhand right again. McCarthy to the mid-range, then this smart exit. There's the overhook. Seen a lot of this in the inside fighting from both men. The underhooks, the overhooks, almost wizard positions. And on the exit from Connelly. There's the right hand on the step through from Alec Connelly. That was effective. Get into the clinch. Right hand, left hook from McCarthy on the exit. Jab right back from Connelly with 55 seconds remaining round 4. Nice jab again from Ryan McCarthy. Takes the back step. There's the feint from Connelly coming forward.
If I'm Connelly, I'm really pushing off that back foot, closing that gap and throwing hard right hands. You have to do something different. You can't slowly walk into McCarthy. He's going to out-jab you.
There's the left hook, straight right hand from Ryan McCarthy. 20 seconds remaining round 4. Right hand from Alec Connelly. Connelly holding the overhook, right to the body, right to the head. Left hand on the exit from Ryan McCarthy. lot of this fight taking place in the clinch. There's the jab from McCarthy from the mid-range, circling out. To the body on the inside, right hand, left hand. Chris Batcheldor steps in before that. Alec Connelly, right hand gets through. Next up, the 5th and final round. 5th and final round, Ryan McCarthy versus Alec Connelly. BKFC debut for both fighters. This is the sport of bare knuckle fighting debut for Alec Connelly, the 5th fight in the sport of bare knuckle for Ryan McCarthy. There's the duck under, left hand, left jab from McCarthy.
Be the first time Connelly out-threw his opponent in that round, but that was only by 1 punch.
Connelly on the outside, sitting back on the right hand. The fighters that you see in the orthodox stance, now the open-chested turn from McCarthy on the outside, entry with the right uppercut from Connelly into the clinch.
The problem is every time Connelly tries to get close to throw punches, he's being tied up. He has to start throwing combinations. You can't throw 1 punch at a time.
Stiff jab from McCarthy. 2 entry from Connelly. Overhook again from Ryan McCarthy on the turn, the push away. So stance switch for Alec Connelly, resetting in the orthodox stance. Call for action in the clinch from Chris Batcheldor. Now the separation from Batcheldor. 45 seconds remaining in this fight. With fighters looking for one more significant sequence. Fighters in the center circle, left hook from Connelly off the mark. Connelly off the jab. There's the jab and the step in from McCarthy right to the body. That was clever.
And you can just see the look of frustration right now on Connelly. It just seems like he can't really get his offense going. Doesn't know exactly how to deal with his defender.
Jab. That was parried by Connelly. Connelly his own jab. That is the end of this lightweight bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 50-45, 50-46, and 50-45. To the winner by unanimous decision, Iron Ryan McCarthy.
To the middleweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Forged Irish Stout for George Thorpe versus Conor Barbaru.
Thorpe with the 3-inch height advantage, however, both guys exact same reach. That is a huge, huge fist size for Barbaru.
Call of Knuckle up from referee Alan Jackson. Fast start off from scratch for the Romanian Conor Barbaru. Still swinging. We'll see how this is ruled by referee Alan Jackson. Ruled as a knockdown. And the knockdown recorded by the Englishman George Thorpe. He's in the white and black trunks. Jackson now giving Barbaru the mandatory 8 counts.
I think Barbaru's going to keep coming and winging punches.
Thorpe staying with the high tight striking guard on the outside. Barbaru hard to the inside. There's the big right hand, counter right hand, big swings from both fighters. Barbaru stepping forward again, lands the right hand.
And you can tell he wants to turn this into a brawl. Barbaru, he wants to sit there right in front of his opponent and trade punches.
We talked about this potentially being a fun fight. It's delivering thus far. 1:10 remaining, round number 1. Barbaru exploding off the scratch, countered, and then dropped by George Thorpe. Side swelling under Thorpe's right eye.
Thorpe a little bit hesitant to get inside. He knows what's coming. Hard overhands from Barbaru.
Barbaru taking himself off balance, resetting after the turn. 50 seconds remaining, round 1. Barbaru a cannon overhand right. Thorpe trying to stay disciplined in the tall stance. There's the feint step from George Thorpe.
It seems easy to get inside, land punches. We know that overhand right's coming. The problem is if you get hit with that overhand right, you're probably going to go down.
Big entry left hand from Barbaru off the mark. Barbaru feinting on the level change. Feinting again is Conor Barbaru. Big swings, overhands lefts and rights, and overhand left on the exit from Barbaru.
And look at Barbaru already huffing and puffing. He's throwing everything with these punches. He puts everything into it, and that tires you out.
Thorpe off the long jab, overhand right again, windmill fashion for Conor Barbaru just before the bell that ends round number 1. Old knuckle up from referee Alan Jackson, round number 2 underway. Big left jab from George Thorpe. Barbaru looking to explode in again, jab to the body from Conor Barbaru. Barbaru circling on the outside, looking for the entry point.
And Thorpe landed those 2 jabs. That's exactly what you need to do. Throw a couple hard punches, land those jabs, and then come with the hard 2.
See continual overhand lefts and rights. There was the lead overhand left for Conor Barbaru.
But the more tired Barbaru gets, the more exaggerated, the more telegraphed those punches are going to become.
Thorpe again, trying to stay disciplined as those big punches continue to come his way. We're just not seeing a lot of those types of Barbaru overhands, lefts and rights in the gym as George Thorpe would be training for this fight. 55 seconds remaining, round 2. Punches don't have to be beautiful or even technical to be effective.
Well, like you said, if you're not used to seeing those overhands, it takes you a minute to adjust. You don't see those in the gym. So you have to adjust on the fly in a real fight. That makes it difficult.
Step in jab again, and the right hook not there from Barbaru. Barbaru, these are big, wide punches. There's the overhand right off the mark from Conor Barbaru.
Big, wide punches, but tiring. If you throw everything into a punch, you get tired when you miss.
20 seconds remaining, round 2. Then the feint step from George Thorpe. 2 very different, even radically different approaches to striking. See the stance, the movement, the intent, the punch selection. George Thorpe, Conor Barbaru. Neither is right or wrong. It's what works best for you as we are through 2 rounds. Thorpe again. See the feint on the level change. The feint steps. There's the jab overhand left from Barbaru.
And when Thorpe throws the feints,
big left hand. Check left hook. Landed flush from Thorpe. Barbaru resetting.
He can throw more feints. He can get his opponent opening up. That's when he can land those powerful shots.
Barbaru, deep crouch. Switch step from Barbaru.
That's the opportunity that Thorpe has. Once he avoids that overhand or that hook, his opponent's open. You have to counter immediately.
Triple jab. There's the right hand coming back from Barbaru in reply. He threw it big just off the mark. 15 remaining, round 3. Thorpe circling out, resetting in the center circle. Wide tall stand for George Thorpe. Barbaru, a lot of creativity just like that on the overhand right.
Trying to figure out how to get inside and land his power shots. He has not been able to get Thorpe to engage into a brawl, just stand in the middle and throw him back and forth.
Barbaru looking for the hook to the body. 40 seconds remaining, round 3. Hook to the head attempted by Thorpe just off the mark. Call for action from referee Alan Jackson. Barbaru trying to work his jab to do that, throw the overhand right, but could not land. And right hand. They're on the mark. The explosive entry. There's the big overhand right from Barbaru. Barbaru turning up the temperature, opening up even more. Final seconds, round number 3. The bell, we move to round 4. The bell, round number 4 underway. Thorpe taking himself immediately off from scratch to the outside. Over on the outside, looking for the mid-range, then the explosive entry on the overhand left, couldn't find it. Steps once more for George Thorpe.
When you start throwing feints and you don't get a reaction, that's when you just go ahead and throw the punch. If I'm throwing a feint jab and you don't react, I'm throwing 2 jabs.
See the big swings, the elusiveness of Thorpe, but it's Barbaru pushing forward. 1:25 remaining, round 4. There's a long jab from Thorpe. Barbaru again on the step-in jab. George Thorpe has looked very technical to this point. Conan Barbaru has looked very creative to this point. Overhand right. What are you saying about creativity? Again, it is what works for you. I'm a massive proponent of that across all of combat sports. Find a style that fits your personality, fits your talents, fits your body type.
Oh, that one caught the attention. Barbaru looks like it hurt him to the eye, maybe.
Barbaru coming forward. That left hand getting through from Thorpe. Left hand. And that is ruled a slip by Alan Jackson. Overhand left. Counter big jab now from George Thorpe into the clinch. Snatches the underhook to push away. Right back to it from referee Alan Jackson.
Once you land a good punch, you want to make sure you're landing more. You have the opportunity. Don't waste time grabbing and pushing your opponent down, wearing them out. That's when you want those combinations.
Left hand partially getting through from Conan Barbaru. 10-second clack acknowledged by referee Alan Jackson. Very late here in round number 4, the jab from George Thorpe. The bell as we move to the 5th and final round. Set now for the 5th and final round. To this point in the fight, there has been one knockdown early stages of round number 1. George Thorpe knocking down Conan Barbaru, who was up before Alan Jackson could even count to 2. And from Conan Barbaru as we open round number 5. There's the step-in left hand. There's more creativity on display from the Romanian Conan Barbaru. Again, for the Englishman, George Thorpe, you're just not going to get these looks in the gym. People aren't going to be throwing entry overhand lefts to you in sparring.
Once again, left hand to the eye. You can see every time that happens, the right eye of Barbaru is just giving him problems. That's what Thorpe needs to keep coming forward.
Swelling now in and around the right eye of Conan Barbaru, and a trickle of blood. That mouse has popped under Barbaru's right eye. 70 seconds remaining in this fight. Deep level change, deep crouch for Barbaru. Thorpe 6'2" to Barbaru's 5'11", has remained largely in that very tall, technical, disciplined stance. And largely, Thorpe has been on the outside. Call for action again from referee Alan Jackson. Barbaru off the jab. And Jackson just told both fighters this is the final round, let's go. Overhand left from Barbaru off the mark. 30 seconds remaining in this middleweight fight. Thorpe continuing to use the feint step throughout as we just saw there to get Barbaru to react. Barbaru resetting on his striking line. From the center circle, Thorpe now pushing forward. There's the left hand from Conan Barbaru. 10-second clack. There's the left hand. Barbaru turned that over and landed. The bell. We have concluded this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside score the fight 49-45, 50-45, and 49-45. To the winner, by unanimous decision, gorgeous George Thorpe!
It looked like the judges like the accuracy of Thorpe. The knockdown did enough to win this fight.
Fubo TV brings you the numbers for this bout in the middleweight division. Paul O'Sullivan versus Matt Bygraves.
Everything fairly similar here, Sean, except for Bygraves possesses a 3.5-inch reach advantage he wants to utilize against O'Sullivan.
Nice moment of sportsmanship. The bell, round number 1. White and gold trunks for Paul O'Sullivan, white and blue trunks for Matt Bygraves. In the BKFC debut for these two English fighters, but both very pedigreed and accomplished in the sport of bare knuckle. O'Sullivan enters at 6-2, Bygraves enters at 3-0. Step in left hand, big rear right uppercut. O'Sullivan landed that flush.
think they might have bumped heads early.
It's audacious from Bygraves, trying to leap in with that rear right uppercut. Could not find the mark. Overhand right from O'Sullivan. Bygraves now resetting on the outside. 1:15 remaining, round number 1. See the heavy feint from O'Sullivan. Forward pressure now from Bygraves. Overhand right, counter right hand from Bygraves. Cut just below the hairline, center of the forehead, Paul O'Sullivan. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. We are at 175 pounds. Your left hand not there. You see the measuring from O'Sullivan, back to the outside. Bygraves trying to time that right hand. The chested stance coming forward for Bygraves. Right hand just off the mark once more. Good idea from O'Sullivan, into the body on the naked 2. Bygraves trying to cut the ring, lands the left hand. Overhand right, counter left hand from Bygraves.
Bygraves doing a good job of countering each time O'Sullivan throws these wild shots.
Exhale from O'Sullivan, taking himself along the ring ropes. Final seconds, round number 1. They step in right back out. Bygraves forward from the mid-range. The bell. We are through the opening round. Referee Harvey Hara bringing both fighters up to scratch. They toe the line. The start of round number 2. There's the jab from O'Sullivan off the mark. Bygraves eluding that right hand of O'Sullivan. The change idea from O'Sullivan, not there. Intent nonetheless for O'Sullivan. Trying to keep Bygraves moving from the outside. Sullivan with the upper body movement. There's the right hand from Bygraves, right hand again. Bygraves claiming to O'Sullivan. With the errant finger went in the eye. Nice sportsmanship, that continues. Good movement between these two fighters. Fair play on both sides. Overhand right, counter right hand from Bygraves. Chris, to your point, when O'Sullivan is landing, Bygraves is landing quick counters.
Bygraves seems to be the faster fighter, quicker hands. O'Sullivan's very more just deliberate with his punches, a little bit more slower. It just seems like he's able to counter.
Forward pressure now from Bygraves. 50 seconds remaining, round number 2. Bygraves off the jab from the southpaw stance. Overhand right from O'Sullivan from ortho. Bygraves staying active, eludes that punch.
But O'Sullivan keeps throwing that overhand right. He's not straightening that. He's not throwing straight down the pipe. That's the punch that's open.
In the last sequence, you could see Bygraves indicating to O'Sullivan, you're not going to land that overhand right on me, wagging his finger. 15 seconds remaining in the second round. There's a big left hand, right hand, both punches off the mark. Bygraves fighting southpaw, but doing a lot of open-chested stances. Getting very square to the target. He is that confident in his elusiveness, his head movement, his footwork. The bell, the sportsmanship continues as we are through 2 rounds. Round number 3 underway. Heavy feints from Paul O'Sullivan as we open round 3. Quick naked 2 lands from Bygraves. Right again from O'Sullivan. That's a fast jab from southpaw for Bygraves.
Just see who has a speed advantage. Definitely Bygraves, but he knows, he understands, and he believes it.
Jab again from Bygraves.
When you don't have the speed advantage, you have to utilize what you have. Probably the power, strength advantage. He has to get in position. Does O'Sullivan to continue to throw, but he doesn't want to back up and get right back into his opponent's range. He wants to stay pushing forward, work on landing one of those hard shots.
O'Sullivan continually trying to time that entry overhand right. He's throwing it naked without the jab. Bygraves, meanwhile, really starting to get his jab going here in round number 3, just like that. There's a Clemming right hand from O'Sullivan on the turn. Bygraves indicating he was punched to the back of the head. Fight on from referee Harvey Hara. 40 seconds remaining, round 3. Kind of from O'Sullivan into the clinch. Their clinch sequence in this fight. An active clinch. Neither fighter seemed intent on throwing. Quick separation from Harvey Hara. Both fighters, ideally, Chris, seem to want to be here in the mid-range. Overhand left from O'Sullivan off the mark. 15 seconds remaining, round 3. There's the left hand, right hook to the body, glancing from O'Sullivan. Next stop, round number 4. Start of round number 4. There's the overhand right from O'Sullivan.
He keeps throwing the overhand right, but Bygraves keeps saying you're not going to land that punch, and I think he's right.
Bygraves actually just smirked at O'Sullivan when he didn't fully connect on that overhand right. And right hand on the jab from Bygraves. Bygraves, intent now in the mid-range, cutting off the ring of Paul O'Sullivan. See the extended striking guard of O'Sullivan. Looking for those fast parries. Overhand right again from O'Sullivan. Overhand right not there. Bygraves, Chris, seemingly feels very confident that he can time those overhand rights of Paul O'Sullivan.
He sees them coming. They're very deliberate. They're very obvious. That'd be very good. Maybe, especially right now, Sullivan continues to throw that overhand right. Just one or two just straights would really throw off your opponent. He wouldn't see that coming. He's expecting the overhand right. Straight punch could be devastating.
Just like that, the overhand right from O'Sullivan. Good elusiveness from Mac Bygraves. 40 seconds remaining, round number 4 of this middleweight bout. Englishman versus Englishman here in Coventry, England. Paul O'Sullivan versus Mac Bygraves. Double flick jab from Bygraves. There's the duck under, right hand from O'Sullivan. He couldn't fully land. Bygraves back to the jab.
And if you're having trouble landing that overhand right, I'd like to see the straight right to the body. You know the body's going to be there. The head's going to be elusive. The head's going to move, but the body will be there all the time.
Overhand right again. There's the counter. On the pull from Bygraves. The bell as we move to the 5th bump round. For sportsmanship pre-fight, sportsmanship throughout this fight. You see the full-on hug, the real respect flowing in both directions between Paul O'Sullivan, Mac Bygraves as we enter the 5th and final round. Overhand right from O'Sullivan. Short left hand from Bygraves.
And that's exactly what we talked about, that step in with a straight punch. It lands all the time.
Step in jab from O'Sullivan. There's the left hand again from Mac Bygraves. Overhand right once more from O'Sullivan.
And even from that angle, if you land that overhand right, it has to land perfectly. If you move out of the way just a little bit, you roll with the punch, it could be a glancing shot. That's why it's way better to throw that straight right.
1:15 remaining, 5th and final round. And on the jab from O'Sullivan. Shuffle step from Bygraves, left hand. There's the overhand right once more, but that was caught by Bygraves with his left hand. And Paul O'Sullivan entered 6-2 in the sport of bare knuckle. This is BKFC debut. Against a less talented opponent than Mac Bygraves, you can see how O'Sullivan would find success on the overhand right, but Bygraves entering 3-0 in the sport of bare knuckle. This is BKFC debut. His movement has been outstanding.
And his eyes are seeing these punches, avoiding them, and able to fire back.
O'Sullivan has been game. He's been continuing to throw those big punches. There's the entry left hand. And you see the continual fluidity and movement from Mac Bygraves. It's the pulls, the duck unders, the rolls, the shuffles, the head movement as well throughout, just like that.
That's why I'm saying it's the eyes. It's the eyes of Bygraves that's winning him this fight.
O'Sullivan waving Bygraves forward. Staying elusive on the outside, Mac Bygraves, the salute, and that's the end of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges send in a split decision. Our judges score this fight 48-47 in favor of O'Sullivan, 50-47 in favor of Bygraves, and 50-46 to the winner by split decision. Mac Attack Bygraves!
We roll on from Coventry, England. And to the welterweight division we go. The numbers presented by Savage Sip Coffee for Luke Nevin versus Sahin Omer.
And Nevin having a 3-inch height advantage, but also a significant 5.5-inch reach advantage. He wants to utilize the entire fight by staying long, staying outside, making his opponent get close.
Final words to both fighters from referee Chris Bacheldor.
Okay, fight. Hold the line. Knuckle up.
Round number 1. White and black trunks for Luke Nevin, black trunks for Sahin Omer.
Just from the initial look, Nevin appears to be a lot bigger and stronger than his opponent.
To the inside, heavy goes Omer, listed at 5'10" to the 6'1" of Luke Nevin, and a right hand drops Sahin Omer.
And just talked about that size and power difference. That was on display right there.
There's the mandatory 8 count given to Omer by referee Chris Bacheldor. Nevin feigning with the jab. See, sitting back on the right hand is Luke Nevin.
If I'm Nevin, after punching the guy, I'm coming right after him and trying to take him out immediately.
Switch of stances to orthodox for Omer. Omer to the inside. 70 seconds remaining, round number 1. Clean right hand on the inside from Nevin, then the left hand. Omer resetting, took those punches very well, did Sahin Omer.
Omer's not getting his hands back to where they should be. He's really in danger right now of getting knocked out.
50 seconds remaining, round number 1. Talked about both men being very powerful 165-pounders. There's the right hand of Nevin, left hand of Omer. Omer to the inside.
Omer just seems to step slow. He's doing a good job of trying to throw hard punches. His chin is up. He's going to get knocked out if he doesn't be careful.
More right hands as you saw in the last sequence from Luke Nevin. Nevin off the straight jab from range. We're trying to find his way to the inside. There's the turn left hook. And off the jab once more. Right hand, big right hand on the inside. Omer is walking through some big punches here in round number 1, but he was dropped early stages of this round by Luke Nevin.
Head up, head up, head up, head up. Knuckle up.
We are through the opening round.
Knuckle up.
That a call of knuckle up from referee Chris Bacheldor. Round number 2. The jab from Sahin Omer. And Nevin just missed turning over that right hand. Tenaciously to the inside comes Sahin Omer.
Look at that. Head strikes, 81% for Nevin.
And we're switching stances. Going back and forth. Southpaw ortho, southpaw ortho. And the orthodox stance, now the southpaw stance, but taking the right hand from ortho is Luke Nevin. Nevin landed flush. Most definitely showing his durability. Long jab from Nevin. Hand again from Luke Nevin. Omer resetting on his striking line. Coming forward with 60 seconds remaining, round number 2. Right hand, left hand.
I'm very impressed with the chin of Omer. He's taken some hard shots. I know he went down once, but man.
Down and up at 1. And in the early stages of round 1, there's the switch step again. Nevin trying to catch Omer in the gap as he switches stances. Sahin Omer continuing to move in stances, takes that big right hand. Nevin committed to orthodox and landing big right hands from orthodox. Omer now cut, corner of his right eye. 20 seconds remaining, round 2. Omer still coming forward despite taking some thudding shots to this point in the fight from Luke Nevin.
And that's got to be frustrating if you're Nevin, to land some clean shots and your opponent still keeps coming forward. That's frustrating.
Right hand again from Nevin. The jab just before the bell that ends the second round. The start of round number 3. Immediate forward pressure to start the third round from Luke Nevin. Working off the 1. Working off the 1 and sitting on the 2. That rear right hand is Luke Nevin. Switch of stances again for Shaheen Omer. See the mouse that is formed under Omer's left eye. Left hand on the inside, and that mouse has just popped. See the blood flow under the left eye of Omer. 120 remaining, round number 3. We are in the welterweight division. Right hand, left hand from Nevin. That's jab. Second jab, parry. We're stepping forward into the mid-range again. That's where he wants to be as he lands that left hook. And jab again from Nevin. Chris, this is clearly where Luke Nevin wants to be at this stage in the fight. Staying long off the jab and sitting back on the power 2.
Just waiting for that right opportunity to unload that right hand.
Nevin couldn't turn over that right hand. Parried away by Omer. Staying busy with the lead jab. Jab again from Luke Nevin. Nevin walked down pressure, and we're taking himself back to the corner cushion. Open chested stance, right hand from Nevin on the entry into the clinch.
Face up, face. Knuckle up.
10-second clack, very late here in round number 3. Nevin on the step-in right hand, just off the mark. Flipping right hand. We're through 3 rounds. The start of round number 4. Pulled immediately off the jab, Luke Nevin. Hearing exactly what he did to start round number 3.
And let's see if both guys are happy the way this fight is going and keep doing the same thing. Let's see if Nevin wants to try and finish.
Omer just landed to the cup with the left hand of Luke Nevin. Nevin did not even seem bothered. Soft warning on the low blow from referee Chris Batcheldor.
The strike attempts, Nevin throwing significantly more, but definitely landing more.
Left hand, short left hand from Omer on the inside. There's a left uppercut, step away right hand from Nevin. And we're trying to be a bit more active here with his volume in round number 4 than we saw through the opening 3 rounds. Jab again from Nevin. Large portion of this fight, Chris, Shaheen Omer is just being stuck on the outside from those long, straight jabs of Luke Nevin from range. Behind those jabs, that big right hand. 45 seconds remaining, round 4. Shaheen Omer, though, been continually game, and he has walked through some big punches. Just one knockdown in this fight. That was Nevin dropping Omer with a huge right hand early stages round 1, and Omer was up immediately.
And I thought that was going to be a big problem for Omer. I thought that he was going to get knocked out because he wasn't quite returning his hands up to the chin, but he did a great job of recomposing.
Jab from Shaheen Omer. Nevin again coming forward through the center circle off the jab. Call for action from referee Chris Batcheldor. Left uppercut getting through from Shaheen Omer. We move to the 5th final round. Immediately to the jab goes Luke Nevin and the forward pressure. It was the pull on the rear left hand from Shaheen Omer. An uppercut from Nevin. Left to the body from Omer. On the right hand, left hand. And the jab. And Omer taking a thudding right uppercut and walking through it.
Really impressed with the whiskers of Omer. He's taken a lot of big shots and walked through.
His durability has been outstanding, but the flip side is Nevin continues to land.
And you never want to be known for having such a great chin. That means you're eating a lot of punches.
Durability is a badge of honor. It's not a criteria. That's a clean left hand and knockdown number 2.
Same thing that Omer jumped up at the count of 1.
Well, the durability of Shaheen Omer continues as he takes the mandatory 8 count from referee Chris Bachelor. And the power and the precision of Nevin continues.
Let's see if Nevin steps on the gas, tries to get this guy out of here.
Omer down in round number 1, down here in round number 5. There's the right hand. 45 seconds remaining, 5th and final round. Nevin waving Omer forward.
I'm wondering why he's waving him forward. If you want to stay on the ropes, even better. You're a sitting target.
Nevin cutting the ring effectively. Straight right hand from Nevin. To his credit, Shaheen Omer still throwing back. You see deeply cut under his left eye. Off the canvas in round 1 for Omer. Off the canvas in round number 5 for Shaheen Omer. 15 seconds remaining in this fight. Hand on the inside. Left hand not there for Shaheen Omer. Omer switching stances once more. And that concludes this welterweight bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 50-43 to the winner by unanimous decision, Luke Nevin.
In the cruiserweight division, Lee Browne versus Rob Boardman. You see the numbers, they are presented by Russia.
And Sean, a significant 6-inch height advantage for Lee Browne. However, only a 2-inch reach advantage, which seems to me to be more important. He wants to stay long, stay outside. He wants to make Boardman get inside and land those heavy shots.
Referee Alan Jackson telling both fighters to toe the line. The bell around number 1. Blue trunks for Lee Browne, white trunks for Rob Boardman. To the head chancery position for Boardman. And immediately draws the separation, the restart, the reset from Alan Jackson. Around 6'5" to Boardman's 5'10". Hard entry from Boardman. Half-tie plump snatch by Browne, back to the outside. Heavy again to the inside comes Rob Boardman.
And Boardman can see that he feels like that right hand is not being kept up high enough. For Browne, he wants to utilize that left hook.
Full jab on the entry from Boardman. Double unders from Lee Browne. Separation again from referee Alan Jackson. 1:10 remaining, round number 1. Hard jab from Boardman. Staying on the outside, check left hook, catching Boardman as he entered. Heavy clinch again. Early stages, Chris, you can see Boardman trying to be very heavy, very physical with his upper body in the clinch.
And tires the opponent out. It doesn't seem like you would do that much on the inside, pushing and pulling, being heavy on your opponent, but that really wears you out.
Jab entry again for Boardman. Browne staying on the outside, trying to time the entries. There's a big left hand. Left-hander reply from Lee Browne on the inside. Browne holding the overhook that gets the separation. 25 seconds remaining, round 1. Hard to the body goes Rob Boardman. Half-tie plum held by Browne, tried to time the right uppercut. Walk forward pressure again from Rob Boardman. Browne taking himself to the outer edges of the BKFC ring. Circling on the outside, Lee Browne. Switch stands for Rob Boardman on the entry. Big left hook. That ends the first round. Round number 2 underway. Immediately active with that lead hand from orthodox Lee Browne.
It seemed like he has more than a 2-inch reach advantage with that long jab. If I'm Lee Browne, I'm throwing the jab early and often.
Boardman trying to time just that, the leaping entry left hook. Good turn from Lee Browne. Browne to the head. Browne heavy to the body. Separation from Jackson. Really using the rangefinder jab, but he's turning over the jab as well. There's the double jab to the body for Boardman.
There's two ways you can use that jab. You can use it just to find out where your opponent is, keep the range, then look to throw that right hand, or you can look to do damage. If you step in and really put power into that, bare knuckle, it can be a deciding factor.
Good weight jab for Boardman. Boardman again to the entry point. 55 seconds remaining, round 2. Chris, this is the quintessential range fight. We thought nothing less. Browne wants to stay long. Boardman wants to be on the inside.
Well, Browne's doing a fantastic job, and when it does get inside, he clinches. He's not going to let his opponent sit inside, use those shorter arms to do damage.
Forward pressure from Boardman. Right hand on the exit after the jab entry. The left hook for Browne, not there. Over the neck. Almost a snap down. Ruled to slip immediately by Alan Jackson.
But I like what Boardman did right there. He pushed his opponent down. It's tiring getting back up. It takes energy. It's deflating. It messes with you mentally.
There's a left hand, right hand, left hook to the body from Boardman. Late here in round number 2, Boardman again to the body. Double underhooks from Lee Browne. Left hook just before the bell that ends the second round. Shows sportsmanship, a touch of hands. Now round number 3. Double jab from Lee Browne. Again, Lee Browne 6'5", Rob Boardman listed at 5'10". That's accentuated because of the very long upright stance of Lee Browne, and also the duck unders of Rob Boardman. Good left hook from Boardman.
That punch, he was targeting early. He understands that left hand is going to be there.
And back to the jab.
And look where Lee Browne's right hand is. It's not up by the chin, it's down low.
Double jab from Boardman. Under from Lee Browne. Over the neck, that draws the separation from Alan Jackson. 70 seconds remaining, round 3. There's playfulness from Boardman. Keeping his left hand, you see, below his waistline. I believe that's with the intent to bait in Lee Browne.
Lee Browne, he's not even worried about that right hand from Lee Browne coming.
Head movement from Boardman on the entry. Browne staying long, big exhale from Rob Boardman. Browne on the duck under. Left hand landing through, left to the body, and that sends Lee Browne to the canvas.
I think this might be exhaustion from Lee Browne. He's tired, he's getting hit with some decent shots.
Browne up from the body, shot at 6, the mandatory 8 count, right back to it. We'll see if Boardman goes hard for the finish now. Final seconds, round number 3.
I'm Boardman, I'm going hard to the body.
Left hook on the step away from Lee Browne. Boardman still coming forward. Duck under, right hand to the body. Next stop, round 4. Alan Jackson telling Lee Browne, time to come up to scratch. Exit your corner. Both men up to scratch. Round number 4 underway. Lee Browne not fully turning over that entry left hook. Now on the back pedal with the double jab for Lee Browne. Double jab right back. Forward it comes Rob Boardman. Boardman on the hook, duck under from Browne. It's a good, clean left hand from Boardman.
And you can tell Lee Browne did not like that at all.
Boardman with that head movement to the mid-range, to the body, and knockdown number 2.
And you saw that coming. You could tell by the look on Lee Browne's face. He backed up. I don't know if he wants any more of this fight.
Alan Jackson breaks off his count, and the victory for Rob Boardman. Now 2-0 in BKFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Alan Jackson, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 47 seconds into round number 4. For your winner by TKO, Rob Great White Boardman.
Future Fight time. Our tale of the tape is presented by Forged Irish Stout for this cruiserweight bout. Conor Cooke versus Mason Shaw.
And you can see, Sean, a significant 3-inch height advantage, but also a 5-inch reach advantage for Cooke. In addition to that, he's about 5 pounds heavier than his opponent.
Round number 1. White trunks for the fighter from Northern Ireland, Conor Cooke. White and gold trunks for the fighter from here in England, Mason Shaw. Double left hand from Shaw. Forward is Conor Cooke. Higher, tighter striking guard for Shaw on the back pedal. You see the slight forward pressure from Cooke. Staying in range. Double jab from Shaw, not there. Already Chris, Conor Cooke very active with that lead left hand.
As he should be. He has the reach. We talk about it many times. It's only reach advantage if you use it for an advantage.
Not just the jabs thus far with Cooke, it's the diversion. Just keeping the lead left hand from orthodox stance extended into the face of Mason Shaw.
He's making Shaw leap forward as he's trying to throw punches.
Shaw's now cut under his left eye, misses with that right hand. There's the feint with the left from Conor Cooke. Shaw again on the back pedal. Double jab, no entry though for Shaw. Rear right hand for Conor Cooke. Straight right hand on the 1-2 from Cooke. Cooke, excellent head movement, right hand, and there is the knockdown.
Just set it up the entire time, throwing that jab, waiting for the right time to throw that too. Well, Shaw's hurt.
The count of 10, and just like that, victory in round number 1 for Conor Cooke.
And Cooke must have thunder in those hands because it didn't look like it landed that clean. It looked like it was going to be a flash knockdown, but no, that was it. That's all she wrote. And let's have another look. Setting it up with the jab. Man, like I said, sometimes people are just heavy-handed. They have power. Didn't appear to be a punch that would do that much damage. You hit somebody in the right spot, that's all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Harvey Hara, reaches the count of 10 and 1 minute 34 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO, Conor "Da Crook" Cooke.
To our co-main event we go. The numbers presented by OnlyFans for this bout in the lightweight division. Jonno Chipchase versus Toby Bendon.
Sean, these guys almost identical, 1-inch height difference, exact same reach. On tail of the tape, these guys are almost identical.
The bell, round number 1. Black and white trunks for Jonno Chipchase, black and red trunks for Toby Bendon. Very measured start for Chipchase. There's the overhand right. And then on the jab from the outside, now coming forward. Chipchase tried to time the hook. Throws the 2. There's the 1-2 from Jonno Chipchase. And then staying moving, staying fluid on the outside. Left hook. 1-1-2 from Chipchase, then the left hook. $15 remaining, round number 1. This is our co-main. 155-pound division. Jab from Jonno Chipchase. Left hook, and down goes Toby Bendon.
Bendon down on that left hand. Chipchase is waiting for the right time. He continues to throw a lot of punches, just looking for something to get through. That one did.
And then his cut around his right eye. Hard entry jab from Chipchase.
And you have to think, knowing Chipchase, he's going to go for the victory. He's going to go for the knockout as soon as possible.
Right hand from Jonno Chipchase. And then on his back foot, trying to counter. Left hook from Bendon. Big left hand, another left hook. Counter left hand from Bendon. Chipchase measuring, big right hand, left hand. Huge uppercut, that's knockdown number 2.
Chipchase is ready for him to get up. That's deflating.
Up at 9. Chris Bachelor will allow this fight to continue. Final seconds, round number 1. Looking to finish Jonno Chipchase, knockdown number 3.
Great job by the referee. You could tell the way Bendon got up that he was not really fully there. He didn't really want to be in this fight anymore.
This fight is over. Game, set, match. Jonno Chipchase. He's now 3-0 in BKFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Bachelor, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 58 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Jonno JCB Chipchase.
We have reached our main event of the evening. This to crown the inaugural BKFC United Kingdom welterweight titleist, Conor Tierney versus Johnny Graham. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And Conor Tierney 6'2" to Johnny Graham's 5'10", but it's only a 1-inch reach advantage that Conor Tierney wants to utilize. He likes to stay long, likes to stay outside, but he uses the movement to do that most of the time.
These are two very powerful strikers, and these are two very technical strikers. Conor Tierney versus Johnny Graham, both fighters up to scratch. The bell, round number 1. Blue, black, and gray trunks for Conor Tierney. Black and multicolored trunks for Johnny Graham.
So I fully believe whoever's able to control the range is going to win the fight.
See the head movement from the mid-range for Johnny Graham. Exploding it with the right hand. To the body goes Conor Tierney in the clinch. Looking for the defensive clinch, the S-grip. Conor Tierney, the separation from Alan Jackson. Thanks on the level change for Johnny Graham. And left hook, right hook on the entry. Graham almost mockingly keeping his hands extremely low, trying to bait in Conor Tierney. Tierney, a very high, tight striking guard. Left hook off the mark from Graham.
You can tell Conor having some difficulty right now trying to figure out the pace and the head movement.
Graham hard to the body now. Tierney hard to the body. Driving pressure in the clinch from Conor Tierney. And you see the head movement coming forward from Johnny Graham. Duck under, right hook, left hook. Both punches well evaded by Conor Tierney. Graham continuing by design to keep his hands exceedingly low. Duck under from Tierney, now on the turn into the clinch. From the half-tie plum of Graham, but Tierney to the body. Big right hand, counter right hand. Both fighters landing big in the pocket.
Conor Tierney got the better of that exchange. He landed a good right hand.
Half-tie plum now from Tierney, but Graham landing big to the body. Straight left hand on the turn from Conor Tierney. Closing stages of a phenomenal round number 1.
It's not what I expected from him to.
Graham waving Tierney forward. Tierney taking himself against the ring ropes. The duck under into the clinch. On the underhook from Johnny Graham. The push away from Graham on the separation. That ends round number 1.
Very uncharacteristic of Conor Tierney to sit and trade the way he did.
Round number 2. Conor Tierney from Birmingham, England. Johnny Graham from Leeds, England. Left hand, and down goes Johnny Graham.
Just a sneaky left hand, right down the pipe. Landed perfectly.
Mandatory 8 count given to Graham by referee Alan Jackson.
I just don't think Graham saw that punch at all.
Graham off the canvas coming forward. Tierney staying on his bike, staying moving on the outside. You see the lateral movement. To the left, to the right for Conor Tierney.
He makes it where you can't set your feet to throw power shots.
1:15 remaining, round number 2 of our main event. Step in right hand with power and accuracy from Conor Tierney. Graham, to his credit, took that punch very well, resetting, very open stance. Graham, since the start of this fight, has kept his hands by design exceedingly low. And that is to draw in Conor Tierney. Tierney on the outside has maintained a very high, tight, disciplined striking guard. Duck under from Graham. Both fighters again to the body. And the half-tie plum, right hand, left hand on the exit. Alan Jackson telling both fighters, listen to me.
Both guys look very confused.
Fair play, though, to Jonny Graham. He was still an active clinch. He landed on the exit. No complaint from Tierney. Late here in round number 2. 50 seconds remaining in the second round. Triple jab entry from Jonny Graham. Overhand right just off the mark. Counter left hand, another left hook. Big right hand on the left hand. Both fighters continue to swing. The bell. Next stop, round 3. So knuckle up from Alan Jackson, round number 3. There's a stabbing up jab from Conor Tierney. See the educated head movement of Jonny Graham.
So difficult to hit when he's moving side to side. You never know where the head is going to be. It makes it a difficult target.
Good pull from Conor Tierney, staying active with that lead jab from the orthodox stance. Heavy to the body on the left hook goes Graham, now rights to the body.
That was his key. He has to work the body. It's very difficult to hit Conor Tierney in the head.
These are thudding body shots. Alan Jackson nearly took the right hand on the separation. Jonny Graham nearly errantly caught Alan Jackson. 1:15 remaining, round 3. Good step from Jonny Graham. Tierney resetting on the outside. Both men into center circle. Strong double jab that turned from Conor Tierney, right uppercut. Get on full display, Chris. We've talked about both being very powerful and both being very technical. There's that naked right hand, another naked right hand from Conor Tierney.
Jonny Graham just waving him forward, wanting more of it.
40 seconds remaining, round 3.
Graham wants to encourage that because that's his best chance. If he can get Conor Tierney into a mix, make it a brawl, easier to hit him. He's so difficult to hit on the outside.
To the body from Graham on the level change. And you see trying to cut off the ring. Tierney continuing to move, staying on his bike, staying on the outside, eluding that right hand, left hand.
There's that head movement that Conor Tierney does so well. Moves out of the way.
We thought this would be a great main event. Thus far, it's a great main event. Big left hand from Graham. We move to the 4th round. We're at Skydome Arena, our BKFC debut in Coventry. Round number 4 of our main event. Again, to the winner goes the inaugural BKFC UK 165-pound title.
Look at that right hand, Conor Tierney. Always blocking, always in perfect position.
Tierney naked right hand, counter right hand on the pole, and we're in 1 knockdown apiece.
That wasn't the right hand that caused the problem. Not being in position, it was that straight right hand by Graham. Perfectly placed.
Graham down in round number 2. Tierney now down and off the canvas in round number 4. And Graham waving Conor Tierney forward. Graham continuing to cut off the ring. Tierney eluding that left hook of Jonny Graham. 1:10 remaining, round number 4.
Another good right hand for Graham.
To the body just off the mark from Jonny Graham. Hard to the inside. There's the overhook from Tierney defensively. That draws the break from Alan Jackson. Immediately to the inside, Jonny Graham after the separation. Tierney now crouching, looking for the naked 2. Couldn't land it. Graham talking to Tierney. Hands low, chest open. Graham trying to get Tierney to engage on an inside fight where they are trading, but now trading from the mid-range, Conor Tierney.
Let's see if this makes Graham decide to forget the body and just continue to head hunt. Getting that knockdown does it sometimes.
Big exhale from Conor Tierney, resetting in the center circle. Overhand right. Graham taking himself off balance, resetting, adjusting his knee brace. Late here in round number 4. Feints from both fighters. The bell as we move to the 5th final round. To round number 5. Immediately to the jab goes Conor Tierney. Shooting right hand to the body from Graham. Graham has been very effective on the level changes. Tierney has been very effective at range.
And I like how when Graham is ducking that head, he's coming back up with punches.
Cooke to the body, rear right uppercut, left hand.
And I feel like Conor Tierney right now, he understands he has to do something meaningful to win this fight.
On the flurry to the head from Conor Tierney. 125 remaining, fifth and final round. Again, Graham waving Tierney forward. Entry on the right uppercut from Conor Tierney into the clinch.
I think Conor Tierney's doing the right thing. He's throwing uppercuts. You have a guy with that head movement. If you throw over the top, you're not going to land those shots.
Jonny Graham cut outside of his right brow. Tierney continuing the circle. Step in jab. The right uppercut again. That was clever from Tierney. Back to the outside. 50 seconds remaining in our main event. Hands down, chest open, coming for Jonny Graham off the left hook. Naked right hand from Jonny Graham. Counter right hand from Conor Tierney. Tierney to the body. This is an outstanding fight. Two outstanding fighters.
And you see how Graham just looked at his right hand.
Graham on the duck under, eluding the right, then the left of Conor Tierney.
Whoever lands a good, meaningful combination could win this fight right down the stretch.
Under from Jonny Graham. The 10-second clack to the body, to the head with the left hand goes Graham. Tierney a straight right hand, again Conor Tierney with the right hand. Graham resetting. The bell and the end of our main event.
After completing the scheduled 5 championship rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 48-45, 48-46, and 48-45 to the winner by unanimous decision, and your inaugural BKFC UK welterweight champion, Conor, the Brumtown Bomber,
It was a little more lopsided than I thought. It was a very close, competitive fight. They thought Conor Tierney did enough work inside, outside. I definitely felt like it could have been the last round that saved him, but it wasn't. Looks like he was ahead the entire time.
Well, another 10-10 rounds, but Conor Tierney still winning 3 of the 5 rounds on all 3 ISKA judges' scorecards here in Coventry. Conor Tierney now 8-2 in the sport of bare knuckles, 3-1 promotionally in BKFC. And you see he has the strap. He becomes the first ever BKFC United Kingdom 165-pound titleist. For David Philbin, Chris Lights Out Lytle, Jeff Houston, and our entire crew, stateside and in England, I'm Sean Wheelock from Coventry, England. Thanks for watching Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 64.